If you have been waiting to explore new and innovative business technology models, this right here is the place for you. Hello and welcome to the DQ Live Conference and Awards 2013, which gives an overview on the latest in IT and its link to the various business values. The theme of this conference is driving and building the IT-led enterprises, which in turn makes this event a great platform for the CIOs to emerge as business leaders of tomorrow. For more on the same, let's take you straight down to the venue for all the action.
The conference provided a platform to meet, discuss and explore ideas related to business technology models and saw an impressive turnout of delegates at the event.
Now my great pleasure to invite Mr. Pradeep Gupta for his welcome note and
The day began with the welcome address by Pradeep Gupta.
That was the time when a lot of young people had this fire in them that they could indeed make a difference and they could create the information technology industry for the future.
Which was followed by the keynote speech by Leo Puri.
And now we hear a lot of talk about software as a service, cloud, invisible IT.
DQ Live is the annual get-together of CIOs, which helps them not just look at technology but beyond technology. This time the theme is that how information technology is now central to the operation of any enterprise. There's a huge change that has taken place. IT was no doubt essential, but right now it is center stage.
I think it's an excellent platform for people to come together, share information. This is a peer learning environment we're in, and I think DQ Live provides an opportunity where there is stimulation, but also peer learning, and both in equal measure create the right environment.
The conference saw an interactive panel discussion by eminent names in the IT sector.
Technology is very important part of today's business.
The theme of the discussion was business technology leadership, on which each of the panelists share their views on how technologies are converging to transform different issues in an enterprise.
I would need to meet the technology guys across the spectrum far more often and engage them in a strategic discussion.
Creating a productive, technology conducive, easy to use systems and processes, changing business models so that they all lead to the growth of the business and yet make everybody else, all employees, more productive, more capable, more the environment becomes more enjoyable, they don't waste time. So that is the thing that I was, and from a CFO, CEO perspective, I would only request that yes, be focused on the cost, it's important, but give the freedom to, as long as the risk is mitigated, give the freedom to the CIO.
A decade back, the technology was such a nascent stage where CFOs most of the time was going on the transactions and controls. Now these functions are mostly taken away by the technology. So most of the time is now on the performance and the strategic point of view. So that is a very big shift because of the technology in the role of CFO.
The panel discussion was followed by an interesting speech by George Paul. The topic was a day in the life of a CIO, which highlighted the layout of a typical day at work of a CIO. The challenges and growth opportunities were the points covered.
And serve the evolving needs of the CIO. What we have essentially done is we have consolidated the various service towers of technology service towers of HCL Infosystems under this subsidiary. And we have essentially done this keeping in mind the changing landscape of what CIOs today is looking forward from a technology service partner. And this move will enable us to what you call bring in all the arms together, all of which are interlinked today in the chain of the value that a CIO builds. We are able to leverage that and offer a single window service to the CIO.
Tipping point for enterprise collaboration was another topic elaborated by Dahnesh Dilkush in the early sessions of the day.
Now, when we say that there is a trend that is happening in today's market, what's happening in the enterprise today? The BYOD concept, right? Bring your own device. We strongly believe that apart from bring your own device, it's about bring your own desk. Because when you talk about enterprise collaboration, you really want to make sure that technologies that people use at their homes, like for example, smartphone devices, when they bring it to the office, apart from making sure there is good, strong security from a policy perspective, the collaboration capabilities like instant messaging, voice, video, they just work, kind of seamlessly. So that's the trend that we are seeing from a BYOD perspective. So I think it was a great opportunity to speak in front of these IT leaders and making sure that we kind of pass on some of the key messages of what we are doing in terms of our product innovation as well.
What do we mean by living difficult times for business?
Analytics was a topic which made for an important component of the conference. How the maximum business value of any product can be extracted using analytical reference was one topic which was elaborated by P. Balasubramaniam.
Analytics, by that if I meant the convergence of concepts from management science, computer science and behavioral science. The rate at which information technology keeps changing, there is not sufficient time to invest in a particular technology and get the full benefits out of it, because even before that investment is seen through, the technology has changed. So the CEO needs real-time help in understanding the vagaries of technology and knowing which technology firm needs to invest, how much, for what purpose at a given point of time.
One line of business is trying to deliver a prioritized data center on your premise. The second one is we're building a fairly large data center in Bangalore. And the third one is cloud.
Business value from data center and cloud was discussed by A.S. Rajgopal. Discussions on cloud, which is the next-gen IT model, was highlighted through the speech.
Most important thing is I think there's a need to build skill set among his team. I mean, it's just not that you have an IT-led ambition. You need to take your team along. So you need to now more look at getting people who are not network specialists but more business specialists. So as we build business related people in your team, you will be able to identify areas which you think are beneficial to business and then create value out of that to the business.
Time now for a short break, but when we come back, we take you through the relevance of the social network in the IT space. Welcome back to the DQ Live Conference and Awards 2013. Now, for those of you who thought the social network was all for passing time and chit-chatting with friends, think again. Here is a look at its relevance when it comes to the IT and what the CIOs need to know from the same.
The kind of era that we are entering into, the internet or IT-led era, is
in the age of networking, social media is a great tool to share and spread ideas. And the session of The Power Law of Social Networking, What CIOs Need to Know, presented by Professor Srinath Srinivasa and Jay Vikram Bakshi, reflected just that.
Talking about the strength of weak networks.
Sumit Sharma spoke on changing the meaning of video conference for an IT-led enterprise. In his speech, he spoke about the USP of the technology of B2B HD video communication.
Conventional video conferencing.
The next speaker was Murthy MVS, who in his speech spoke about human capital analytics.
What kind of data warehousing tools you have? Topic of my presentation was a new meaning of video conference for an IT-led enterprise, because video conferencing industry is there for last 20 years in India now. We all know that video conferencing has come out of the boardrooms. Now we can do video conferencing on laptops, our tablets, our mobile phones. But what is extra? You know, we see that when we go to watch a movie or we watch a TV at home, we see video has moved from standard definition to high definition, then to full high definition, and then to 3D. but video conferencing has stuck to full high definition. So Panasonic has taken a step ahead, and we have introduced real-time 3D in video conferencing.
Execution is important, and having said that it is there, I think it's about taking the ownership and dealing with empathetically, because as a CIO you are a technology buff, not necessarily others whom you work with will be equally expert in that area. So one has to deal with empathetically during the transition phase.
So I'm just showing you an inside out approach.
Santosh Babu's speech centered on life transformation. This focused on extracting maximum value from the individual at work and mastering the game of success.
Great to be here.
Next up was Pallavi Kathuria, who spoke about constantly reinventing the career of a CIO.
And technology is much more at the center of what business does now.
This is unbelievable. The story
David
goes
Wittenberg had an interactive session revolving around the topic of the innovative challenge.
It works. Great.
Initially, we would always think about IT as a support function who enabled somebody to work better. We use IT for an interesting thing that you won't even believe, is to find out who are the high potential people in an organization by looking at their social network within the organization.
The DQ Live Launch Pad saw the unveiling of MFP M880 HP India. This first of its kind product simplifies the printing solutions by offering unique features such as printing applications on smartphones, e-printing and near-field communication.
So can you tell us what Cisco has to offer today?
Hi, we are launching the Cisco next generation of communication collaboration solutions. What we've got over here on display right now is a personal telepresence system. As you can see, it's a completely integrated unit, offers high quality, high definition personal telepresence experience. What we've also got over here is the DX650, which is the latest high-end telephone that we've got. It's a IP telephony with Android-based operating system. Not only provides you telephony features, but also provides you an operating system based on Android, and I can do web browsing, I can have access to all the Android applications, I can also search to the widgets, and there is an integrated WebEx meetings also into the IP phone.
Ma'am, can you tell us what NextGen has to offer in terms of solutions today?
We have mainly three lines of businesses. One is the on-premises data center. The slide that you see here, this is the on-premises data center solutions, where we provide on-premises solutions to customers for data centers. So there's basically a data center in a rack, which is a single rack solution. We can go a little higher density, provide a single row solution, and even much higher dense solutions like a dual row solution can be provided. Second line of business is the HDDC, which is the high density data center. Here we are giving off-premises solutions to customers where they can come and host their servers out of our premises. The third line of business is the hybrid cloud services. Here we are doing enterprise class private cloud for customers. This solution is available both on-premises solutions for customers as well as they can be hosted with us.
DataQuest is doing an amazing job of bringing this hitherto, which I would call a staff role, a support function. It's bringing it to the forefront and telling the world, entire world, and acknowledging the role that CIOs play, and they need to play in strategy formulation. That's the big thing. They're bringing them at the forefront.
This event was really a big surprise for me because I have been attending a lot of conferences in the IT sector, but this came out a very big surprise because of topics which are not all of them are not related to IT sector. Some of them are really very innovative, which touch the leadership qualities or innovation in business or how we can do things differently. Those were really useful, and most of the contents were selected very carefully, and a very great study went behind it, and it was really useful, very interesting as well as useful.
I think I've been attending these conferences regularly, and as usual they have had great presentations throughout the day, and some very interesting people that I've met in the sessions.
It's been a very exciting year, especially the sessions being covered by David Whittaker and Jagan Jyoti Babu and all that stuff. It's a pretty interesting kind of stuff, different from a normally technology rut which goes upon.
I think it was pretty informative, and also for a mid-manager level, most of the focus was on leadership, which is a very optimistic thing because that is what most of the guys think at. And one of the important things that happened was they're very direct. They talk business and there is a lot of less gyan as per the IT standards. They are discussing on the day-to-day issues and the issues pertaining to the current environment. So I love that.
Time for a short break, but on the other side, we give you a look at the action-packed DQ Live Awards 2013. Welcome back. You are still watching the special show on ET Now on DQ Live Conference and Awards 2013. The DQ Live Awards 2013 are aimed at rewarding excellence in the IT arena. The awards, which are divided in 7 categories, will honor CIOs for driving the projects within their respective organizations.
The DataQuest Editor's Choice CIO Excellence Awards 2013 were aimed at recognizing the best CIOs in the IT companies. 7 such CIOs were awarded at the event to recognize the IT's role in business strategies and models.
I would now like to call upon the award winners one by one. So for the first award, I would like to call upon Professor Renu Gupta, Pro Vice Chancellor, Galgotias University. So this award goes to an individual who has applied technology to deliver superior analytics. This individual has improved business processes and has laid down the technology infrastructure required to support all the activities of the business and also to support the growth. This award goes to Mr. Ramnath Iyer, CTO of CRISIL. For the next award, I would like to call upon Jayesh George from Riverbed. This award goes to an individual for creating the information architecture that enables seamless data integration across systems. This award goes to Mr. Vikas Prabhu, CIO of Oil, Gas and Retail Businesses at SR Group. For the next award, may I call upon Dhruba Dilip Chakrabarti from HCL Services to join us here on the stage. This award goes for the head of technology function at an IT services company for creating the kind of technology infrastructure that is required to support global business, specifically application development and product engineering for a whole lot of global companies, and also for innovating on these fronts. This award goes to Mr. Srikanth Kulkarni, Senior Vice President IT from KPIT Technologies. For the next award, I would like to call upon Mr. Ashish Khandelwal from HP. This award goes to an individual, an IAS officer, for blazing a trail in eGov projects. And the state is Maharashtra.